most intense, thrilling, electrifying sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts. You've been looking for the definitive podcast to call your new home to hear everything about it. The search is over. This is the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. Bringing you the hottest MMA breakdowns straight from the heart of the octagon. This show is all about MMA breakdowns. For fans, by fans. We're talking UFC, MMA, and the occasional big boxing match. We'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and Emiliano, a.k.a. Jive Turkey Nano.
What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. I'm your host, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and with me, as usual, is the co-host with the most, Jive Turkey Nano. How the hell are you, brother?
Let's go. Doing great, brother. Great to see you, and great to see all of y'all here hanging and swanging with us and ready to keep on banging, man. Happy Friday, Junior, that is. It is Thursday. Don't get it twisted, y'all. I can't wait to dive on into no fights, but we got a lot of fight updates and just a lot of things violent related, my brother. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, we originally slated this show to talk about the Misfits card, a couple of fights on there, some of the news with Rajah Jackson, as well as some other kind of fight announcements, but I think it's best that we start off the show with a little bit of breaking news, folks. That is right, folks. We have a little bit of breaking news. Dana White just went live not too long ago, just a little while ago today, and said the White House card, as WMC posted in the chat, is officially happening. They inked the deal today. It's a done deal, folks. We're getting a UFC fight card at the White House.
Sheesh. Let's go.
What are your thoughts on that, Nano? What do you like? Do you think we're going to get, I mean, as Alex Pip said, some banger fights?
What up, Alex? Good to see you. Little pip in the step there. Yeah, I think there's going to be some great fights. You know, Dana is not one to hold back. Donald Trump is not one to necessarily short side, at least when it comes to putting on grandiose events and going big or going home. He's kind of the definition of he has a building in his name, for Christ's sake. Politics aside, how do you not get excited about this one, right? I mean, how do you feel? What are your initial thoughts and reaction to the breaking news?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super stoked, bro. And this was just one little piece of the puzzle that we got, right? The White House fight announcement, definitely one to be excited about. I mean, come on, what's there to not be happy about? I think this is going to be, look, Dana said earlier that the pay-per-view model is not 100% dead. He could see a world where there is a once-off pay-per-view, and I think this is going to be that once-off pay-per-view that we get sent next year. Because they're not going to pay all this money to build a structure to house these fights and then pay all these fighters, go through all this extravagant kind of hoopla to make it happen, to not get paid. They're going to sell this. It's probably going to be more than the $80 price mark we've become accustomed to. And let's face it, folks, most of us are going to buy it, myself included. So I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see the fights that they announce for it. But we actually got some fight announcements just a little while ago, folks, just about an hour and a half ago now. Man, it is now official. Leon Rocky Edwards is going to be fighting Carlos Prates, a.k.a. Mr. Cigaretti and Whiskey. I mean, look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy. He's fighting Leon Rocky Edwards, man. What do you think, Nano? Leon Rocky Edwards versus Carlos Prates. How do you see that one playing out? And are you shocked that it got signed?
Sheesh. I would say I'm absolutely shocked it happened so fast. I guess maybe Carlos Prates was calling his shot. Maybe he knew something we didn't know. Obviously, Leon's looking to get back in there. But my gut reaction is LFG, which stands for Let's Effing Go, ladies and gents. Absolutely excited for that one. I'm curious to see the odds. I would assume Leon might be a slight edge unless the fighting nerds have infiltrated the Vegas bookies, and maybe they'd give him the nod. I could even potentially see an even pick 'em here, but that's the fight we want to see, right? Let's be real. Love Ian Machado, Gary, but Carlos Prates, Leon Edwards, two of the best kickboxers, best strikers of our generation. Let's see what happens. In terms of my hype meter, I would say I am a 9.5 out of this, because there is another fight that is probably that 9.9. But how do you feel about this one, my brother?
Man, I could not be more excited about this one. We don't have odds for it yet. We do have odds for the other two that we're going to talk about, and you bet your ass we'll talk about the odds stack right now. I think you could be wrong on the odds, though. I think I said it last time, and I'll say it again. That was the last time we're ever going to get Carlos Prates at dog odds. I don't think we ever see him at dog odds again unless he faces the champion. And even then, there's a chance it's pick him. Especially if he goes out there and dog walks Leon Edwards, which people are kind of alluding to in the chat, right? Western Mass Climber saying Leon's getting pieced up. Yeah, I think so. Alex Pip agreeing. I think Carlos gets the dub too, West. And Alex also said it was a great call out. I'm glad they put this together. Me too. And as Nano alluded to, I'm glad they put it together so fast, man. This was a very quick announcement to call out timeline, right? And moving into the next one, Nano, my goodness, women's flyweight title between Valentina Shevchenko, one of the GWOATs of MMA, and Zhang Weili, another one of them GWOATs. Zhang just putting it all on the line, sacrificed her current belt, and will be going up to women's flyweight to challenge Valentina Shevchenko for her belt. My stinking goodness, does this one have fireworks written all over it, my guy? I can't wait. I have worries, though, that this is going to look a little bit like an Amanda Nunes versus Valentina Shevchenko kind of situation, or a Valentina Shevchenko versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk situation, right? Where Joanna's good enough, but she's not big enough. But man, this is going to be a fun one. And right now, it is a pick'em on DraftKings Sportsbooks, our preferred sportsbooks. Valentina Shevchenko is sitting currently at -115, a slight favorite. And Zhang Weili is -105, damn near 1-to-1 odds there. Man, how do you see this one shaking out, Nano? Am I crazy in thinking that it's going to be a little bit too much of a size and strength differential?
Man, I don't. We're brothers here, so brothers can call brothers names, but I'm not going to call you crazy, my brother. But I will have you beg to differ, or at least second guess yourself before you wreck yourself, my brother. There's a couple of things here that I think we need to look at, and one being the fact that Weili, I mean, she's the Dow. All right, let's call it what it is. She's one of the best of the generation. She's the new school, and now Valentina representing the old school, and one of the GWOATs, as you mentioned. I mean, definitely top 3. You put her right up there with Amanda Nunes, maybe Ronda Rousey, for just all-time, just legends in the female side of the octagon. But back to Weili here, my brother. She's a beast. She is strong, tough as nails, and I think the fact that she vacates the title is not trying to do a 2-champ status. Maybe she's looking to fix her way up in here long term. No more cutting weight, 10 pounds. I see Weili being pretty disciplined. I don't know where she walks, what she walks around at weight-wise, but when you see her, she's fit, and hey, if she's maybe not having to cut the 5 to 10 pounds of water weight, and she can just go out there, maybe even bulk up a little bit, though I think she'd probably be best to keep that speed advantage, because, man, and I know you love some speed, my brothers. That is one thing that she's going to be bringing into this division, with some really strong wrestling game. Takedowns, both on the offense, but let's not forget about that defense as well. I think she poses a lot of threats for Valentina. This is like a Rocky 3 moment here. Is Valentina getting a little too comfortable beating up these women, where she's able to just completely dominate them in one facet? With Weili, there is not going to be that one dominant facet. I think she's good on her back. She's going to be tough to take down. These are two of the best strikers, I think, again, of this time. So I am excited as all get out. I'll quit rambling here. My brother, how do you feel? I guess, and to your point, won't be surprised if Valentina is. You said Valentina is the Ben favorite at this time.
Very slight favorite. She's also worth mentioning. It's worth mentioning that she's 2 inches. Let's see. She's 2 inches taller, or sorry, 1 inch taller, and has a 2.5 inch reach advantage on Zhang Weili. So she's definitely the bigger gal.
Yeah. I mean, and they both are fit. They both are muscular. I'm assuming Valentina has been seeing this coming for a while now. They both must have known this is going to be happening. And just to confirm, this will be happening November 15th, right? So we do have a few months still. So they are.
The odds are going to swing for sure.
Well, because I think more money will be coming in on Weili. So that will shift the odds. And
you think more money's going to come on Weili? I think more money's going to come on Valentina, and then we'll bet Weili when she's a heavy favor, heavy dog.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, hey, if you're asking me to I can't forecast the weather. I won't forecast how us degenerates are going to bet. But I guess with Valentina being the favorite now, that tells me, hey, us degenerates, us real sickos that are deep in the game, and Vegas know what they know. I think they assume Valentina has that slight edge because all the points you mentioned, bigger, has done it. It's not really giving us a reason to bet against her. However, like we're saying here, I mean, as we continue to actually now look and break it down, because it is official, though we've been speculating it. They will swing. Let's call a spade. They will swing. How the pendulum lies, I mean, I guess only time will tell. But boy, am I excited to break it down with your brother later this year. And the best thing about that, November 15th, that's right before my birthday. So I think it's I don't know if Dana's just giving me a little belated birthday present. Thank you, Dana. I'll allow it because this is the gift that keeps on giving, brother. We got more to go. Let's go. And let us know how you're feeling about it in the chats, y'all. Come on, let us know. I mean, if you're on the Twitters, if you're on the X, if you're on man, I aged myself there. I apologize. Whatever social media platform you're on, especially on YouTube, come over, like, subscribe, but leave that comment. Let us know how you're feeling about these upcoming breaking news, fighting announcements. Let's go.
Let's go. And with that, we move into the last announcement that was made from Dana White tonight. Welterweight title fight finally announced. JDM, Jackie Three Names, Jack Della Maddalena, whatever you want to call him, coming in against Islam Makhachev. Man, I cannot wait to see this one play out. I'm very, very heavy on Islam Makhachev in this one. And so is Vegas. He's currently sitting at minus 278, pretty heavy favorite in this. Jack Della Maddalena, the bigger, stronger man, making his first defense at welterweight, is currently sitting at plus 225. Nano, what do you think of this fight, and what do you think of those odds?
I'm shocked by those. Not necessarily shocked. I think the odds make sense. I mean, listen, man, we're talking about the pound for pound right now. The guy that, is the big bad wolf, is Thanos, is the biggest, baddest. Again, need I say it again? Number one ranked overall. So I guess I can't be shocked by how Vegas is seeing it. But boy, am I excited, right? The anticipation is over. We have a date. We can mark our calendars. Have no fear. Showtime is here, right? And man, this is stylistically a fight that I just can't get more excited for, right? The traditional boxer who's developed a well-rounded mixed martial arts game kind of reminds me of the champions of old fighting the immovable object, right? The man that defies time and has a style that stretches across any era. And that's the Islam Makhachev, right? That Dagestani wrestling. You know about it for a reason. The soundbite is pretty much what needs to be said. I don't think JDM was able to do what Islam recommended. So it might be and new coming November 15th.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, man. I think it takes a lot longer than the time he's been allotted to learn how to wrestle like that and how to grapple like that. So I'm with you, Pip. I'm leaning Islam on this one, and I'm leaning inside the distance as well, if I'm being completely honest with you, boys. And I always am. Look, we've got about 67 of you folks watching right now, 63 of you over on Twitter/X. If you could do us a huge favor, it'd mean the world to us. If you could come to YouTube, even if only for a moment, like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. It really, really helps the channel, and it really, really means the world to us. So thanks to each and every one of you. And with that, we move forward into a bit of touching, a bit of a touchy subject, right? Unfortunately, we had some pretty sad news come out this past week. Raja Jackson assaulted a kind of WWE style wrestler, pro wrestler, and slammed him on the back of his head, essentially knocked him unconscious, and then proceeded to follow up with 22 unanswered shots to an unconscious body. The man was choking on his own blood and teeth, and then the promotion decided to keep the match going and have another wrestler come and pin him. Like, it was just a circus, man. So first and foremost, in the chat, let us know what your thoughts are on this whole situation. Do you think Raja Jackson deserves to go to jail? I certainly do. And I mean, like, just the events that unfolded. Like, what are your thoughts? Nano, we'll start with you. First and foremost, did you see the video? And second, what were your thoughts when you did see it?
Yep. Appreciate you giving me the stage here. I'll give y'all my order of events as to the fact that I was driving home from Palm Springs that day, that night. You know, I was with friends, wasn't really on social media, so really had no inkling whatsoever. A good chat with a good buddy of mine, actually a brother from another, let's call that, you know, familia, my boy Oso, shout out Jake Romero. You know, we're chopping it up and asked if I seen the video with Raja Jackson, and I'm like, I literally had no idea what he was talking about. Kind of gives me the rundown. So as soon as I get to like some gas, fill up, I tune up the phone and start seeking it upon myself. Now by this point, there was already multiple videos, different angles, like different coverage, different, I guess, more knowledge than we would have known from just the original video hitting the radar, which is what was a really bad look. Raja jumps in, and mind you, all of this is on his, or was on his Kick channel. Kick is a streaming app that, well, I'm sure a lot of y'all know, but for those that don't, so he was live streaming. He had a camera, he had camera crew with him. He jumps in there, and like you said, does the what is really a staple in the family, the Rampage Slam, which translates well to the WWE. On the surface, you're even up to that point, you're thinking, wow, you know, great stunts, you know, this looks great. And then to your point, he gets on top, and it wasn't just one or two, you know, wrestling shots, let's call it. I mean, they were, you know, bare knuckle, unanswered shots to an unconscious body. And, you know, obviously Raja, not a wrestler, a true fighter. At the surface, obviously, it looked to me lost control. You know, at that point, I thought, okay, this was not a stunt. This looked like it was, like you said, assault, or even at a minimum, maybe negligence, just something that went a little too far. I think a lot of people are to blame here. You know, unfortunately for Syko Sam, in that predicament, and being a pro, you know, being an older gentleman, no one can and you know, should have to kind of weather that kind of storm and barrage. Syko Stu, my apologies. Did I say Sam? My apologies. Syko Stu.
Come on, don't be crazy.
That was a little crazy of me. I apologize. Again, I caught this all secondhand. Thank you. You know, then after seeing some of the stuff, you know, behind the scenes or backstage, I should say, and then Raja being told to get his receipts, and then frankly, like, you know, I think nobody stepping in sooner than maybe after like the first couple, maybe even handful, maybe even 10, but to get to 15, 20, like at a certain point, I thought, man, someone should have definitely jumped in there, even freaking me in the front row or in the back row. I may start to run in there like out of something. But again, hey, not excusing Raja. And I think the reality is, you know, if this isn't Rampage's son, I think I heard it recently, like a lot of us may feel different about it. But truth is, we love Rampage. We want to protect our UFC community and family and next generation. But it's like, man, you got to not do those types of things, and you know, hopefully get some good legal representation and, you know, pay the piper. And I think probably should have said this in the beginning. Syko Stu's good. He's conscious. He's healthy now. He was in a really bad spot there. So glad to hear and see that, I guess, hear that he's doing well, or, get that information. So can't reiterate that enough. I guess that's kind of the gist for the legal side, at least my 2 cents in that, hey, someone definitely made a mistake. There's always 2 sides to it. And as I learned more about what happened, it was like, man, like just unfortunate circumstances. And even the fact that Raja was knocked out and was probably had a concussion. He was knocked out in sparring, I think, a couple of days before. Shouldn't have been smacked in the head with a bottle. I can only imagine what kind of state of mind he was in. I mean, again, it
was an empty beer can he got hit in the head with. It was a prop beer can.
Yeah.
So, and they also, like, there was a video of them apologizing, like him apologizing to him, not once, not twice, but 3 times. They shook hands. He said it's all good. And then you're sitting there, you're looking back at the camera. There's another video that came out last week, or like later in the weekend, of him literally saying, like, I'm not a sub hunter like that, or a sub whore like that, but if I get 50 new subs, I'll knock this dude out. I won't stop till they pull me off. And then he got over 50 new subs, and he did exactly that. That's premeditated murder. It's literally premeditated murder, bro. Like, at the very least, as Billy Madison would say.
That's assault, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Dude's got to do jail time. He has to do jail time. It was a blatant misuse of power by him and the promotion. And the promotion is run by Rikishi, former WWE wrestler. And they had affiliations with WWE, which they've been legally asked to remove all affiliations from all social media post the accident. They've also reached out, as Alex Pipp said, and said, honestly, West, and the fact the wrestling company is telling people to be quiet is only hindering the investigation. A clear crash out that doesn't just happen once. 100%. That's the first thing my significant other said is, if somebody does something like this, a la Raja Jackson, to go that unhinged and hit somebody that many times once they're already unconscious, that's not something that built up just today. That's something that's been building up inside of you. And B, is that something that we really think is only going to happen one time for this young man? Hell no, he's going to do it again. He has animalistic tendencies. He showed that inside the ring. And maybe he's done it before and gotten away with it. Maybe he's done shit like that in the gym that hasn't been caught on tape. We simply don't know. And that's a scary thing, that there are people like that walking around the streets that are trained in mixed martial arts, that are able to hurt you, that are able to do bad things, and that don't have the discipline to stop themselves from going too far, or from doing bad things. What up, Tico Tech? You came in at a very sore subject. A little bit of a Debbie Downer topic here. But we're about to move into an even worse one, possibly.
No, yeah, and I think to reiterate, like, I agree with you. Like, I think Raja's got to do some time, and again, it's unfortunate because it's part of our, MMA family there, and in an extended way. Obviously, we cover the sport, like, we love Rampage, and like Rampage said too, he doesn't condone his son's actions. As a father, you hate to see it, and I think he kind of nailed it on the head too. He really probably had no business being in there at all, not in the right state of mind. I think he even mentioned his mom, or Rampage's, I guess, baby mama, for like a better phrase, passing away as well. It's like, and being concussed. I mean, not to reiterate that, but it's like, I've never been concussed like that. I don't know how long those things weigh in on you, but it's like, in general, Raja probably should have been out there in general, and.
But that comes down to his father, right? The guy that we're trying to say we want to protect. He's not doing a great job, right? He's got to do better.
Yeah, and Raja's live streaming too, right? And he's a grown kid. I mean, he's almost 30 or something. I mean, he's not 18, where it's like, hey, bucko. It's like he's a grown man. Like, and all to say, like, it's just super unfortunate for him and the true person that's like the one to reap all the. I guess the one that has to bear all that is Syko Sam here, or Syko Stu. God damn, I did it again.
Syko Stu is the one that was on the receiving end of all this. I mean, the good news is, as we stated, he is awake, he is conscious, he is out of the intensive care unit, which is great. His coworker did set up a GoFundMe with all of the funds going to Syko Stu towards medical bills and whatever he may need in the future. And last time I checked, that was over $165,000 that have been raised already. I know like $2,500 of it was donated by Shawn Michaels. A lot of the wrestling community have really come out in spades to help the guy. And to be completely honest, if I'm him, I'm not keeping my mouth shut on this. I'm taking that $165,000. I'm using it for court cost, and I'm suing not only the promotion, not only Raja Jackson, but the WWE who was affiliated with this promotion. There's a lot of money at stake for this guy, and I hope he gets every penny of it. And I agree with you, Mike Yang. What happened to honor and respect in martial arts? My goodness, man. You can say that again. WMC, it was crazy to watch Rampage watching what his son did with zero expression and just say, Roger's probably going to go to jail. And they're probably going to ban him from Kick.
Yeah.
Like, his biggest concern was him being banned from Kick because he knows he can bail him out of jail, but he can't fix that. That's a sad, sad thing, man. And I mean, you said it yourself, Nano. Like, if you're sitting in the front row or hell, even the back row, you're running and trying to help out. But I said this on the Dust Up Shakedown this week. Welcome to the year 2025, where if a bad thing happens, there's going to be at least 10 camera angles of it, not one person standing up to do the right thing or intervene. Albert Einstein has been gone a very long time, but he was a very wise man. Maybe some of you in the chat have heard of him. He said a very long time ago, Mr. Einstein, the world is a dangerous place, not because of those who practice evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing. We're living in it.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to have anyone catch strays or whatever, but man, like the wrestlers in there too. Like, I know they eventually got him off. It's like,
how about the ref that's a foot away from the action that took two steps back when it started happening?
Jump,
throw yourself on top of him, bro. Be a man.
Yeah, jump in the middle, like take a shot or two if you have to. Like
Herb Dean's been punched in the face numerous times, bro.
Exactly.
Chris Weidman landed a haymaker on him during the Anderson Silva fight.
Yeah, it was super unfortunate, and yeah, just super unfortunate. But that's what a week of no fights this upcoming weekend, but we got plenty to talk about.
Dude, thanks, Tico Tech. I'm gonna have to check that out. Shout out Jimmy Smith and shout out Tico Tech for the knowledge here. Jimmy Smith, if you don't know who that is, I highly recommend checking him out. He did color commentary for the UFC very briefly, as well as WWE. Did a stellar job for both. Not really sure why he ended up parting ways, but man, it would be great to have him back for the Paramount deal. But Tico Tech said, Jimmy Smith put out a video with a lawyer from Florida that you might find interesting from a legal perspective. Definitely going to have to check that out, Tico Tech. I appreciate the shot on that. And with that, I'm going to do a quick shot for Syko Stu and his family. Quick recovery to you. And if you're in the chat, we got 100 of you right now. Cheers to you. If you're drinking, raise one up with us. If not, that's fine too. Raw dog, a big deep breath a deep breath of air. And enjoy your fucking evening. We appreciate you being with us.
Hello. Or stay hydrated, whatever you gotta do. Stay hydrated, y'all. Drink some water. Can never have too much of that.
Facts, brother. Facts. Something you can't have enough of, though, and I've only recently learned this, is Tony Ferguson fights. I think there is a time and a place to hang up those gloves, and man, that time has come for this young man, but well, I guess not so young man. He's stepping out here against Salt Papi, and we've had this conversation before, brother. I truly believe that Salt Papi, as far as the influencer boxers go, he's probably one of the most naturally talented ones. And dare I say, one of the ones that takes this the most seriously, maybe outside of like a Jake Paul, right? And that's just because Jake Paul has more funds and means to do that than he does. But make no mistake, Salt Papi is on a hell of a trajectory. He's looked better and better every time he walked out there. And to my knowledge, this is Tony Ferguson's first professional boxing match. Like, this is a scary outing for him. I'll go ahead and lead out with this question. Did you see the open workouts at all?
I did not.
Okay, so in the open workouts, we had Tony Ferguson basically shooting double legs, doing the people's elbow, running back and forth into the ropes, like doing WWE stuff, throwing kicks. He basically did everything but box. And then cut to Salt Papi going out there, showing head movement, showing footwork, showing crisp boxing. I mean, the more I see, the more I'm afraid. And then you look at the shape they're in, and Salt Papi looks to be in the best shape of his fucking life, I think. So, like, do you think Tony has a shot in this fight at all? Or do you think it's going to be fairly one-way traffic here?
No, honestly, I think that El Cucuy will surprise people. I actually do think he has a better chance than people think. Boxing is a little bit of a different sport, and I'm actually watching the freaking face-off as we speak, and I'm just seeing Ben the Bane Davis just taking over the show, absolutely stealing the show there, peeking around, being an absolute pro, getting the mic in there for KSI. I mean, man, just had to throw him his quick shout out. But El Cucuy, I mean, listen, he's a professional UFC fighter, and he did get through one of those David Goggins workouts. So I actually don't think the cardio will be a problem with him, though you do see a lot of that happening with UFC guys go over there. Their legs start to gas out. I actually do think Tony will look good. The question is, if Papi starts to land some longer, or I guess 3, 5, 7 punch combos, can El Cucuy still take those punches? That is where I do question it. I don't know, because he's gonna be getting hit hard. Papi does have some pop in his gloves, so I think it'll be fun and entertaining for as long as it could be. But I do think if it goes any longer than a few rounds, or as it gets later on, I think Papi's going to have his power, and you might find a way to get our boy out of there. I mean, he has no business going in there. I think we all know what it is. And this is not a MMA UFC pay-per-view. We're talking about Misfits 22 here. But it's a co-main, and I'll be rooting for my boy El Cucuy to hopefully showcase UFC a little bit better and maybe shock some people. I think Papi's gonna make sure we all leave a little salty. Is it Friday, or when is it the fight? Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah. Weigh-in should be tomorrow. So I'll be intrigued to see how they look after weigh-ins. And I'm actually, what weight class is this fight taking place at?
It says MF interim middle title. I think 165.
Oh man.
So a little bit bigger. So
that might actually serve well for Tony.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that might actually serve.
Helps him out more than Papi. Yeah,
I agree. Papi actually looked good when he lost the extra weight for his last fight, though. So I mean, yeah, I think the veteranship should definitely come into play a little bit. I think we should hopefully see him be able to weather the storm. But I agree exactly with what you said, Nano. You couldn't have said it better. It's the issue is when Papi starts landing those long combos, right? Like 5, 6, 7 shot combos. That's when I'm really going to start to worry. Can Tony weather that storm? Can he still stay standing during this type of onslaught? It's going to be an intriguing matchup. And speaking of intriguing matchups, Nano, the main event is very interesting. It is 2 former UFC sluggers coming in here. Darren Till, the Gorilla, coming in against Luke Rockhold, my guy from AKA. I'll always be a Rockhold fan. I know he gets a lot of flack. He gets a lot of hate. Man, oh man, oh man, I'm stoked on this one. I think this is going to be a very, very closely contested fight. And I don't know, man. I think Luke's boxing is going to surprise people. I think the bare knuckle thing left a bad image and a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And I think he's going to right that wrong. He's going to right the ship, so to speak. But am I wrong here? Or like, do you think it's going to end up being the Darren Till show? He has looked good as of late in boxing.
Yeah, honestly, I do. I do think it's going to be the Darren Till show. I think Darren just frankly has more gas in the tank. He has more tread on the tires there. All the phrases you could think of. The reality is he's just far younger. He's 32 years old, still in his prime. Yeah, we haven't seen him in the UFC octagon, but he's still training. And actually, that might be a little bit better for him. He still has, again, a lot of chin left on him. He's not going to be able to, what I should say, excuse me, is that he will be able to weather the storm of a Luke Rockhold, who is at 40 years old, who can still throw them. Like, I mean, he can box well, but he's more of a kickboxer. Like, I think Luke Rockhold's big claim to fame was his ability to kick and throw a variety of strikes that really put his opponents on their back foot, which puts him in the driver's seat. This kind of formatting in a boxing arena, with boxing rules and clinching up and really needing more of that cardio and being able to stay true to your 1-2s and your jabs, your stick and move. I just think Darren Till's gonna be a little bit cleaner, and he's still got, again, more pop as well. Yeah, I think Darren is gonna find a way to get it done. I like the animosity. I like the build up. I'm waiting. I think it's probably only a matter of time before Dana and Brash end up, absorbing a misfit boxing or just boxing in general. And I hope they just start sprinkling on some of these fun little cards or fights onto maybe some prelims, maybe some pay-per-views, just to have fighting on 24/7, or at least just a longer day of it. But that's just me being hopeful. Yeah, I'm going Darren Till, my brother. Darren Till. I don't know how many rounds it's going to be or anything. I could see a finish, but I'm just going to say by decision to be safe.
Look, I mean, I understand everything you're saying, and I agree. Tico Tech said Nano nailed it. His kicks were really what made him an effective striker. Very well said. Lane saying Till all day. Tico Tech said Rockhold is notorious for dropping that right hand defensively, which happens to be Till's power side. Doesn't give me a ton of confidence. And look, I mean, you guys are all right? But at the same time, I can't help but think the bottom line is Rockhold has actual championship experience in multiple fights. He's been in there with way more legendary fighters, maybe not boxers, but fighters. He has superior technique overall, and he's got way better mental fortitude. It makes that alone, those tangibles make him a clear favorite in my head. Till might land a couple bombs early on. I don't doubt that, but I think Rockhold's going to be able to weather the storm. I think he's going to break him down, and I think he's going to start landing at range. Once he starts landing at range, he'll probably start to cut angles, cut him off inside of the ring. He's done this before. He's one of the best at cutting angles in his division, especially in his prime. And I think this could be the start of a Rockhold renaissance in boxing. Don't sleep on the legend, bro. I'm telling you right now, I think this could shock a lot of people, and I am fucking here for it all day. I am going to try and find some odds on this because I think it'd be fun to do a little parlay on Papi and Rockhold. With that being said, folks, I mean, we've had a lot of fun announced fights recently. The other one we didn't talk about. No, another women's MMA fight. How could we not say it? Virna Jandiroba Kakara coming in here against Mackenzie Dern for a title fight. They're fighting for that vacant title that Weili has vacated. You love to see it, man. Not one, not two, but all three of Miss Mary's fantasy females got announced for a fight in the last 3 days.
Well, my Kamzat boost is gonna be a fickle thing of the past pretty soon.
Oh no, that's a legendary boost. Don't discredit that, bro. I've never seen a fighter score so many points as Kamzat did for you in that competition.
That was crazy work. That gave me a fighter's chance. That's for sure. But we'll see. Miss Mary, shout out. What a way to pick him. Let's go.
Yeah, WMC says I have no faith in Dern. Darren, man. Darren, it really be like that. God, I'm gonna pour up one last shot for this one because this is tough pickings. I really like Dern. I really wanted to see the Dern resurgence. But I don't think this is it, Chief. I really don't. Virna Jandiroba is a tough out for anybody. Anybody. I wanted to see her fight fucking Zhang, and I thought she would have fared well in that fight. I truly do.
Yeah. And I think this has to do with the fact that Tatiana and Lemos already squared up the fight. I see Tatiana win, and I see Tatiana probably get another crack at it. Against Virna, that'll be a wrestler's delight, but certainly a matchup that fares a little bit more competitively than I think in Mackenzie Dern versus Virna Jandiroba. She's a dog. I love Mackenzie. I think she'll show some heart, and will be good to have in the build up, and will showcase well. But no, I mean, Virna's just gonna go out there and take care of business. And shout out Virna. Hey, I mean, and new, like, that's exciting. She's, man, almost like a Charles Oliveira type arc here. Just been around, been at the top, finally gets over the hump here, assuming. And let's see if she could keep it. I like it.
She is definitely Charles Oliveira. You know what I'm saying? I mean, thank you. She's had a very similar trajectory, right? Very, very tough rise to the belt, like a Dustin Poirier-esque, nothing given, everything earned kind of situation. And she's deserving, man. I'm happy to see it, and I definitely agree with you. I think they're priming Tatiana Suarez to get a win and then get that title shot. But man, I'm telling you straight up, I'll bet Virna Jandiroba every time she fights. I think, as long as she's not fighting like one of my favorites, I will bet her every time. And I'm pretty sure she's one of those fighters that's like a rare occasion where if you put a unit on her every single UFC fight, no matter how many wins or losses she's had currently, you'd be up units. based on the way the odds usually play out against her. She always proves Vegas wrong, man. And she always proves a lot of fans wrong. So, folks, let us know in the comments, either right now or right after the show wraps up, how you see all these new fights announced going. And who are you betting your money on? Do you like any lines that are already available? Or are you just waiting to see the lines get a little bit more juiced up for your liking? Let us know. And if you're drinking, raise one up with us right now. Cheers to you. Cheers to everything that we hope you do this year. And cheers to having a great night. We're 1 day away from the long weekend, folks. Cheers to that.
Salute.
Delicious, folks. Delicious. So yeah, with that, that's it. There's no fight card this weekend other than Misfits. We already talked about the main 2 fights of that. I mean, are there any other interesting fights on that? Like, is Sugar Neeks on that card or anything? Misfits 22 card. Let's see. Ring of Thrones.
Yeah, we'll bring it up. Not necessarily super noteworthy.
Wait, Joey Essex is fighting? Jesus Christ.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my God.
Did you talk about Aspinall and Sorrel finally seeing Tommy back out there? That's another good one too. If we haven't,
that's another good one for sure, man. I mean, I just think it's going to be an easy fight to talk about. Like, Tom's going to go out there and do Tommy things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What up, Cross? How we doing, man? Shout out to the homie, the man, the myth, the legend, Crossover MMA. There's 118 of you guys watching right now. If you're not already tuned in to Crossover MMA, drop him a like and a sub on his channel on YouTube. It is Crossover MMA, and you can find him on all other platforms at the same title, Crossover MMA. Legend. Yeah, I mean, Tommy Aspinall is going to go out there and do Tommy Aspinall things, man. I'm just scrolling through this card. This card is so fun.
Dylan Dennis, love it.
Dylan Dennis is on the card against the guy who's never fought before, Warren Spencer. Well, I guess he's 1-0. Oh no, it does. He's had exhibitions. He fought Joel Frimpong at CFN. He fought Ben Williams, Nikolai.
Verna Ring Girl. Hello, Carla Jade. Sheesh.
Oh, okay.
I might need to tune in.
Carla Jade. I mean, I'm definitely going to tune in. I am a degenerate, and it's the only combat sport that we have on this weekend, really. So there's some heat. And then Chase Demore from Perfect Match and all those other trashy TV shows that we love so much. He's a guy that you love to hate. He did a media day for his match, and he got hit in the face with an egg. And then he backed out of the match.
Oh, my goodness.
He had like a bitch fit online and then backed out of the match.
That's crazy work.
And I knew Dylan Dennis was fighting not before the media day, but during the media day is when I found out, because he wasn't talking shit to his opponent, who is, just very, very wet behind the ear still as far as his pro career goes. Instead, he was talking shit to Luke Rockhold. He asked Luke Rockhold, why did you turn Demi Lovato into a lesbian after you had sex with her?
That's elite. That's elite.
That's pretty elite. That's pretty elite. And Alex Pipp, breaking the real news here. Brian Battle made weight over in Dirty Boxing. Good for him. Good for him. What a guy. Can't make weight in the UFC, but he'll make it over there. I think the bow while he was on the scale was probably the icing on the cringe cake. My gosh. Man. I'm definitely going to be watching. I love that there's Tapology odds on these. This is hilarious.
It's a good roster on this one, y'all. Definitely worth tuning in.
I'm definitely going to be tuning in. I don't know if you've watched, is it Perfect Match?
Perfect Match? Whatever. I'd have to ask the missus.
On Netflix?
I'm sure I've watched some of those. Perfect Match. Actually, yeah, I did just watch that one. That was that one just ended, right? I did just watch that one. Yeah.
Yes. I didn't watch the new season.
Okay. I watched the newest one.
Yeah, I think it's Perfect Match. It's like the challenge meets Love is Blind kind of situation.
They bring them from all those different shows, and then
and they have a matchup and then like switch up and stuff, and then it's like one final couple wins or whatever.
Yep.
So Joey Essex was on one of those shows, and he was just obnoxious. Like, he was the worst. And he apparently has like a UK show called like Everybody Loves Essex or something like that. He's from like a rich family in the UK. And I mean, dude is chiseled, right? Like he's built like a fucking Ken doll, but he has zero boxing experience. And yet he's currently set to win by 87% of votes on Tapology against a guy that has 4 matches, which is crazy to me. I can't wait to tell Mary that this guy's boxing. She's going to crack the fuck up.
Love it.
My God.
Dude, that guy that Chase was supposed to fight looks kind of like a dog.
Oh my God. Kind of like what?
Like a dog.
Like a dog? Like an actual dog or like a dog?
Like a dog. He looks like a beast. He looks funny, but he like some of like I mean he's actually gotten down. Some bare knuckle. Like he's
oh shit.
Yeah, no,
his like little like tiny display picture does not do him justice. And then you click into him and you're like, oh, dude is actually
he's
kind of low key scary.
Yeah, he's kind of a dog.
Kind of low key scary, bro. I mean, 2 fights ago he retired a dude. A Russian dude, Daniel Zwierzinski.
Yeah, this guy might be a problem.
Yeah, man. Dude, I think Chase dodged a bullet here.
Yeah. Oh, so that's canceled officially?
Yeah, that's canceled officially. Chase is not going to make the walk, he said.
Oh, what a pussy.
He asked for double the money.
For
being treated, for being mistreated, and he like claimed racism and shit. Like it was weird. Yeah, it was a weird look. But Chase is a pussy, bro. Like he always does stuff like that.
Right.
I've talked shit to him like on Twitter directly. We've had interactions. He's a fun guy.
Nice.
He tried to clap back, and I literally posted a clip of his like second boxing match, and I was like, "This is what you're gonna
do? What are you gonna do? Box me?"
He's all,
"What are you gonna do? Box me?"
Like, is this what I'm supposed to be intimidated by, big guy? Come on, dude. Come on. Don't do it, brother.
Use some of that boxing.
Don't do it, brother.
It doesn't matter. Chris Paul, Cliff Paul, Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Lakers in 5 now, Chris.
Come on, brother. And I'm the Lakers in that situation. No, I mean, the other news we have to talk about there, no. One last thing. I'd be remiss if I didn't. I'll play the sound clip in sadness. Is off the card, folks. He's not fighting on UFC Noche. He said no way Noche. That's what happened. It's for an undisclosed injury. And that undisclosed injury is his ego, I think. I think he realized that Javi Fonch was probably going to jab him up and just that he wasn't going to be able to take him down and implement that game plan on him. Nano, what do you ultimately think happens next? Do you think they find a replacement? They are apparently searching right now for a replacement for Rob Font to keep him on this card. And if they do find one, A, you have someone you'd like to see them pick. And B, what the fuck do we do with Raul, man?
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough. I mean, I know, I'm sure they will. I guess I'm sure Javi Fonch will answer the call for anybody that the roster or anyone on the roster that Dana White puts in front of them. But who that is that's the $1 million question. I'm sure they'll find someone though. A name, I don't know, but that and then with Raul. You know, he is still so gosh darn young. What you do is you don't rush him and tell him, hey, get healthy, man. Let's get you in here when you're ready. And let's see if you are ready to truly climb. You know, you may not get another Javi Fonch. That was going to be a legitimate opponent for him. But he's going to have to earn that back. But he will get that opportunity. I would just say, hey, don't rush him. Make sure you get healthy. You got plenty of career ahead of you as opposed to behind you. So take the few extra months or half a year, whatever it is he needs.
So I've got 3 names for Rob Font, and I want to know what you think of these. And in the chat, if you have better names or worse names, if you have names in general, we want to know them. The names that I have are Jonathan the Dragon Martinez, right? That's the first name. He's coming off 2 decision losses. Another guy that makes a lot of sense to jump on that card. And also, he's fighting out of Plainview, Texas. The fight card is happening in Houston, I believe. So not that far of a travel for him. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Right? Another one that I think makes a whole lot of sense is, and this one might be a little bit too much, but Vinicius Loke Dog Oliveira. Doesn't have anything slated up. He's coming off of 2. Mary said she's cracking up. That's so funny. So it you know, I mean, like, I feel like he's coming off 2 wins. He's on that uphill trajectory, but fighting Rob Font doesn't feel like you're fighting down, even though he's a couple of rankings behind you, if that makes sense. And then last but certainly not least name on my list is, just going to throw it out there. People started to give up on him. People started to look down on him. And then he came back and he started to try and clown on him. Talking about a Peyton Talbot, folks. A tornado flew across you. That's the dude that he's fucking. Frank Ocean. Deep cut. But what do you think of those 3 names there, Nano?
I like them all, brother. I do think the Jonathan Dragon Martinez one is probably the one that I like the most, but the Peyton Talbot one is definitely interesting as well.
Those are my top 2.
Yeah, I think I would be totally happy with the other one.
Like, if I'm Rob Font, I'm calling for Vinicius just because it's a rankings boost.
Ooh.
As long as you look good.
I was gonna say, yeah, I wouldn't be calling for it, but hey, at the same time, these guys are different than me. They're risk it for the biscuit, but I'd look at that and say, oh, I might turn the other cheek.
Might have to. And then when it comes to El Nino Problemo, right? Like, what do we do with this guy? Do we? Because we can't reward him for this kind of stuff. Oh man, I don't even want to say it out loud. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you 2 scenarios. We're nice to him is scenario 1. We're mean to him is scenario 2. All right. We're nice to him. We give him Felipe Jungle Boy Lima. Like, I think
solid name.
Realistically, that's a fun one. He's coming off of his only loss to Peyton Talbot. And it makes a lot of sense. Little Brazil versus Mexico fun times. And then if we're being mean to him, I'm just going to say it, man. We got to give him La Mangosta. A little Victor Henry action. I don't like that fight for Raul Rosas Jr., but I think trajectory-wise, it makes a lot of sense, dude.
If it makes dollars, it makes sense. I like it.
I truly think it makes both.
Lima would be I know you don't
the
like
Lima one is just a fun fight.
That'd be a fun one. 2
kids, man. 2 wild and crazy kids.
Couple of kids, man.
Couple of wild and crazy guys. You know what I say? Yeah, man. I think that's a good one.
I'd agree.
MMA Namagachi and Job Turkey Nano Pet. I don't know. I'm high in thought of Nano Pets. Dude, Nano Pets were great.
Hell yeah.
Gigapets, Nanopets, Nanopets, whatever you want to call them. Those are fantastic. I think they're re-releasing those, or maybe they have re-released those. I got to get one to consume more of my time with uselessness.
Exactly.
Those things are so fucking fun. All right, folks. Well, I could keep rambling on all freaking night, especially when the numbers keep climbing like this. We got 142 of you here right now. Fuck it. I'm doing one more shot because this is just a crazy good number right now, you guys. We're loving the love, and we appreciate each and every one of you. It is Friday Junior, as we call it. Happy Thursday. I hope you have tomorrow off and Monday off, so that way you have an extra long weekend. But if not, may tomorrow be super duper easy and blessed for you. That way you sail off into the sunset. That is that 3-day weekend, folks. Cheers to you. If you're drinking, we hope you drink with us. Let's get it.
Salud. Thank y'all for letting us entertain you for a little bit.
And for just hanging out with us. We appreciate you being here. That's it, folks. That's the show. We don't have a whole lot more to talk about. Like I said, we could keep rambling on. We do enjoy our rambling a fair bit. But with that, we got to call it a show, folks. Cheers to you. Cheers to everything that you've done today, and hopefully that you'll do across the weekend. We hope it is the best weekend of your fucking lives. Even though there's no UFC fights, we hope it's a great weekend for you. So cheers, folks. If you've done nothing we ask you to do, and if you've laughed at us the entire time, that's fine too. As long as you do these last 2 things, that's all that really matters, right? We ask that you keep on going and that you keep on growing. And we really hope we see you here next time. Let's go.
You've been listening to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. As As you may have been able to tell, we dig the MMA, and our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMAnomaly. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.